Okay, today we will cover quite a big area of topic. This topic called angles, which involve triangles, quadrilaterals. So today we are going to learn angles based on straight line and triangles. Okay, so we focus on this area first. That is for today. Yeah. Okay, this one. Now in this chapter, when they ask you to find, the word find means to calculate. All right, calculate will involve what do you call that? The diagram given to you. But bear in mind, they are not drawn to scale. Okay, so questions are not drawn to scale, meaning to say you are not supposed to measure, but you need to find. So that's where we need to learn to understand the properties of the shape. Okay, so for example, we want to cover straight lines first. Okay, for example, straight line involving straight lines. The first diagram I want to show you is this straight line. Okay, and this straight line, if this is the center O, then this angle adds up to be 180 degrees. Okay, so this is
teacher, you're not showing your.
sharing. Yeah, correct. I realized it. Thank you. How about now? Should be, huh? Okay, so if this is a straight line and then you have a angle here. So for example, this angle is 50, all right, 50 degree, and this one must be 130 degree. Okay, we call these angles on the straight line. So you must understand this property. It's a part total lah. That is angles on the straight line. Now, not only that, sometimes they can have many angles one, doesn't mean must have only one or two. Okay, so as long as all this adds up to be 180, we call them angles on the straight line. So for example, this is 20, 30, 50. So 20, 30, 50. Then this one will be 80 degrees. Okay, remember units used will be degrees. So this one adds up to be 180 degrees. So we call these angles on the straight line. Next one, there's other things that involve straight lines. It can be this manner. Okay. Excuse me, what is this? See it out. Okay. All right. So we also know that this is a straight line, but it crosses one another. So whatever here and here must be equal. Okay. For example, this is angle A. This is angle B. This is angle C. This could be angle D. So angle A must be equals to angle B, and angle C must be equals to angle D. Okay, what do we call this? Vertically opposite angles. Okay. So from here, I can add on to what we have learned. Okay, now you look at A and D. If I look at A and D, what do I see? Sorry, yeah. Give me a minute. Sorry. I want you all to stay in the meeting. In any time, if I happen to be kicked out of the Zoom, wait for me to come back, okay? So stay there first. Yes. Just now, whatever I write is not in here because the thing did not capture. Yeah, so sad. Okay, but never mind. I can show you what I intend to do. Okay, let's take a look. Participants waiting outside. Hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I quickly go through what we're supposed to cover. Okay, just now we say we have angles on the straight line, right? So now I'm going to label it with angle name. Okay. This is called angles on a straight line. So angle A plus angle B must give you 180 degrees. Okay. Now, there's another type of angles that when you have all the angles in all manner, okay, maybe I say this, or I say this. So this is angle X, angle Y, angle Z, and UVW, okay? So with all these angles, if I were to add it together, so angle W, angle X, angle Y, angle Z, all adds up to be 360 degrees. UVWX, UWXYZ. Okay, this adds up to be 360 degrees. Then this is called angles at a point. Okay, so this is another different properties of angles. Now, the third one just now we mentioned was the one that is having an X, right? So having an X, we have angle E is equals to angle F, H is equals to angle I. Okay, angle H, angle I. What do we call this? Call them vertically opposite angles. Okay? All right, so then what happened if we come across that is parallel lines? There are certain angles that is also the same. For example, we have G, H, G, maybe G, then this is H, G, H, G, H, K, M, then maybe this is N. Probably I put it N. Okay, now, so I want to say that angle G will be equals to angle N because they are corresponding angles. Okay, angle G and N. Okay, M for McDonald. Okay, then angle K must be equals to angle N. We call them corresponding angles. Okay, so now I have another one. I want to show you this. If I have this line, you see or not? I'm going to draw over this. Okay, maybe I use highlighter like that. A bit. Okay. You see this? A Z or not? Okay, when there's a Z, then I must add on something to the angle name. And OP, maybe I label this as P. Now, this P and this M must be equal. We call them alternate angles. Okay, I repeat, angle P is equals to angle M. We call them alternate angles. Okay. Who have learned all this in school already? Anyone? Okay, forgot to write this one is parallel. Okay, so the next slide I'm going to go through is the triangle. Okay, triangle, we have different types of triangle. The first type of triangle I want to look at is the equilateral triangle. Okay, and then after that, I want to have isosceles triangle. Yeah, we call this equivalent triangle. This is called right angle triangle. This is isosceles triangle. Okay, now what will you have is 3 equal sides for the equilateral triangle, and you have 3 equal angles for it. Okay, this one, right angle, must have a right angle which is 90 degrees here. So for isosceles, they have base angle that are common. We call them base angles are equal because they have 2 equal sides. Okay, and all these angle adds together to be 180 degrees. Okay, conclusion, sum of all angles in each triangle adds up to be 180 degrees. Okay, now there is one last thing that I want to show you is this triangle. All right, and we call it the exterior and interior angle. Okay. I want to give an example. When this is 50 degree, this is 60 degree, this is 110 degree, okay? Yeah. Okay, so what happens here is, you see, this triangle adds up, the size of these angles add up to be 180. We call them interior angles, right? Do you notice that there's one exterior angle outside the triangle? Okay, take a look. Do you realize 50 plus 60 plus 70 degree is the sum of triangle, which is 180? And you realize that this 110, if I were to take a look, this 110 is the summation of 2 interior angles being added together. Do you see or not? This is actually degree, 50 degree plus 60 degree. So the exterior angle is always the sum of the 2 interior angles. Okay? So this is what I'm going to cover the basic first. All right? So let's go through these slides quickly. So yeah, I saw that some of them have done their work, not that bad. Okay, so for those who have not done, try to fill it up. Okay? In the figure, A, B, C, D, E, F are straight lines. C, O, E is 73. B, O, D is 30. Find A, O, F. Okay, this is the angle they're asking. So do you realize that this and these are alternate angles and they must be equal? And you come to realize that this one is actually a straight line, right? So when this